Joyce Sandra Bananuka is a retailer in Kakajogwe, Ogere, a suburb in Kampala. She has had a share of angry customers returning to her shop with what they call funny-tasting products.
What's wrong with these things? Like what? So like to check the expiry dates, you find that the things that have already expired.
Sandra adds that some of her customers never bother to check the date. Some unscrupulous retailers will, however, keep the products on the market and will only worry about the pace at which the products are moving.
Unfortunately, I don't check soda. But foodstuffs, I check. Every perishable I check.
For some consumers, though, if it doesn't have mold and smells fine, then it's good enough for consumption. Some will indeed find it hard to part with such a product. David Eboko, the manager for standards development at the National Bureau of Standards, says there is a struggle within the industry.
There are some which may have the word expiry date. Others will have other terminologies like best before. Then there are dates which are also called use by. That is actually an expiry date, more or less, because by that date you should not use it. But for some dry products like maize flour or maybe biscuits, you see a best before date is the more one. It allows you some time.
David affirms that the dates are to make certain that the product can be made available to the consumer the way the manufacturer meant it to be, including taste and safety, which is a must, according to the food law. As a consumer, there's no doubt about it that your life is in the hands of the manufacturers. So whatever expiry dates they set, even if they're ahead, if you mishandle the product, you're the one who's going to suffer the consequences.
Food, if it is not handled properly, it will kill you, whether it has just come from the kitchen or from the factory or wherever.
The hygiene behind the food matters, including the process that finally gets it to your plate.
It is very important to ensure that food handlers are actually screened and they are certified as appropriate food handlers.
He says the date is only meant to guide the consumer on how best to use the product. As a consumer, you're therefore on your own. The producer will have the law on their side.
If the one who produced says it is not good after this, then who are you to put on your shelves?
Isn't there like an allowance of maybe an extra week or month? Even if something still tastes okay. When do we decide?
Now,
when do we put an extension?
That's a good one, actually, and that's the global dilemma about this whole thing. Because, as a matter of fact, you can have tons and tons of food thrown if consumers just obey that. And yet, on the other hand, you cannot encourage consumers that now it's okay.
David says this is a continuous debate at the international level.
It doesn't mean that it cannot be consumed, but equally there is an increased risk associated with consuming foods after those dates. So it really depends on the circumstances, the quality of the storage, how it's been packaged.
Michael Danford, the World Food Programme Acting Country Director, asserts that it's advised to taste the past date food for safety in case one feels it's too much to throw away. But if it's safe at night, what turns it overnight?
Whereas a product could go into what we call spoiling, it could well be emerging into a different product. And that product also exists, actually. In some societies, meat is not cooked when it is completely fresh. It's allowed, first of all, to sort of ferment, and the smell starts to change, and that's what they want now. But it doesn't mean it is not safe.
There are, however, products which have a short package life. Others need reading of the labels, especially after opening them, since they may require refrigeration or fast use.
This one, I myself, inclusive my colleagues, we can take this cup bread in only within only 2 hours.
So it would be good to buy meat from the refrigerator. In the supermarket, you must rush to your own refrigerator. Don't buy the meat and then go meandering around as it is heating up, because you are breaking the cold chain.
Badly handled, the microorganisms will be the happiest to thrive, and as they feed on the food, they'll grow in number.
You should separate the foods where the chance of microorganisms are going to increase from the ones where that chance is not high. You keep the vegetables away from the meat.
In its 5 keys to safer food, WHO recommends that foods not be used beyond their expiry dates.
Bacteria could grow or toxins could be produced. About 200 or even more type of diseases that are linked to food that we eat.
David is unwavering as he states that the most important issue to note about food is that it should not kill you. Yet each year, about 2 million people are killed by foodborne and waterborne diarrheal diseases.
Florence Naluyimba, NTV.